I'm Rick Averill, and I'm the Artistic Director of Performing Arts here at the Lawrence Arts Center. I'm the playwright of the Kansas Nutcracker. This is the third incarnation, really, of the Kansas Nutcracker that we've done. We decided we'd update it a little bit, especially in honor of the sesquicentennial of the state of Kansas. So we decided we'd celebrate by setting the Kansas Nutcracker in the holiday time of 1861. So your adversaries at this time are James Lane, who's kind of a firebrand, first senator of the state of Kansas, who used to kind of had wild hair and used to rip off parts of his clothing as he'd give impassioned speeches. He was an abolitionist, but he was not really a progressive. He didn't picture blacks coming to the state of Kansas. In our play, the contraband that he's brought back is a young man named John Brooks who has a family, and during the course of our play, the good side is represented by Governor Charles Robinson, who is the first governor of the state of Kansas and very much a moderate and truly an abolitionist who believed in the personal liberty and the right to vote of both blacks and of women.
My name is Jason Van Nice. I play the governor, Dr. Charles Robinson. This is my second year in the Kansas Nutcracker. One of the best parts about playing the governor is there's this rivalry between Senator James Lane and myself, and so we have several opportunities during the course of the show to interact and sort of get a little animated.
My name is David Sturm, and in the show I play Senator James Lane. He's really the antagonist for Act 1. He can say anything and sort of do anything, and everybody is really sort of against him, and he still gets to feel sort of bulletproof about it. Any actor will say they love playing the bad guy, and I get to play the bad guy.
So in our play, Charles Robinson's on one side, Jim Lane is on the other side. The contraband, these freed slaves, are caught in the middle. So part of what happens in the play is that we have some arguments about those issues, and then the contraband, the freed slaves, end up making their way to freedom through the Underground Railroad. So as Clara has her dreams of Kansas, one of her dreams is of this escape of the Brooks family with the help of Reverend Cordley and Governor Robinson and a few others. Other issues that are brought into the Kansas Nutcracker are suffrage, women's suffrage, temperance, getting rid of the demon rum, and of course abolition. We have a few places where these various societies of young women who have a cause present a little bit of pageantry.
My name is Cindy Brocker Sturm, and I play Mother Opal, a temperance preacher. I really love the role of Mother Opal because she's very, very passionate about her cause, and she's very dramatic. And I have my 6 society children who I've all told that they need to all be very dramatic because they are my girls, and I am extra dramatic, so they are extra dramatic, and they've really taken to it, and they're a lot of fun to play with, and we enjoy each other on stage.
And then again, Clara kind of absorbs all these fashions of the times, all these fashions of thinking. When she goes to sleep, she has dreams of Kansas. Each of the dreams, each of the little sections relates to something that Clara has heard at the big party in the beginning. So it becomes kind of a fun little play that sets up this reinterpretation of the ballet. The prima ballerina role is probably the Snow Queen. It's a very long dance at the end of Act 1, and it's very balletic. It's a point piece, and Clara T. Heckler is doing the role of the Snow Queen this year. Adriana Gramley is playing the Snake this year, which is kind of a modern dance piece, which is really wonderful. The leading role is Clara, which is the name from the original E.T.A. Hoffman story for the protagonist.
I'm Natalie Adams-Menendez, and I'm Clara Stahlbaum. For Clara, I enjoy acting and dancing. It's kind of a combination of the two because of the first part of the Nutcracker for us as a play, combined with the second act, which is a ballet. And that just makes me so happy because I get to do both things at once.
Her opposite, her dance partner in this big dance of the dream and everything is, of course, the Nutcracker Prince, who's also in the non-dream state is Kurt, Godfather Drosselmeyer's nephew.
My name is Blair Brasiano, and I am Kurt, the Nutcracker Prince. He is a nice young gentleman who kind of gets involved with a bit more than he can handle, really, with all the politics that's going on in the party. I am not a dancer, primarily, and we're doing a lot more dancing stuff this year. My counterpart, Natalie, she is a ballerina, so she's been giving me a little bit of tips here and there to help me out.
So my name is Jerry Mitchell. and I play Godfather Drosselmeyer. I get to whip out my German accent that I never tried before. I don't have, and so we're working on that. Well, I get to play with the kids, man. You know, I'm going to have magic and different things and stuff going on.
My name is Trish Nudeboom, and I'm playing Mrs. Stahlbaum for the Kansas Nutcracker. I'm also working as the assistant director. I love doing the folk dancing at the beginning of the show. It's really fun. She's a strong character, and I get to kind of play with that character and come up with different things since she's not one of the realistic characters. Scheduling everything has been a little bit difficult, but once I'm here, it's just been nothing but fun.
My name is Hannah Misko. I'm the dance school director of the Lawrence Arts Center. I dance the part of Snow King as well as the part as older Kurt. I also operate all the schedules, the administrative, the back end, as well as artistically oversee the whole production. This production is unique with its story, its creative concept, and its relevance to this community.
Cindy Cruz is kind of our lead point ballet choreographer. The crew, we have Larry Mitchell as the stage manager, Jason Badgett, who's going to be running the light board, and he did some of the video elements. Chuck Grunow is our technical director, and he'll be running the sound. Kim Smith, who's new to us, will be doing some of the set building of the tree that grows. Stephanie Day is our costumer, and there are 130 people in the show, and many of them have more than one role. So she's probably manufacturing somewhere around 160 costumes with the help of some volunteers. Our lighting is done by Art Kent, and he is our primary lighting designer at the Lawrence Arts Center. Also, Performing Arts has a coordinator. It's primarily an administrative position, and Erica Gray holds that position. 2 groups of 10 have been going into the public schools and performing for 3rd graders and for middle school students, talking about the fashion of the times, which was the name of our grant that we got from the Douglas County Historic Resources Council. That group gave us a large grant to kind of get reenactment grade costumes so that we really could kind of show historically by what we're wearing what the fashion of the times were. What would people wear to a party in 1861 Kansas? The grant also asked us to go into the schools to show students not just the fashion of the times of what people are wearing, but also the fashion of times of what people are thinking at that time. With each of the school groups, each person gives a little short presentation about what they're wearing and about what they're thinking. It becomes a wonderful educational tool because these actors can kind of go in and talk a little bit about what they feel and what they're passionate about, and at the same time show what they're wearing and kind of bring to life that time period.